We're back.
Another day.
Another dollar.
Hello.
Yo, just real quick, just want to wish my guy a happy birthday. Birthday. Yo, chill hags, bro. Chill hags, dog.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
He's a big 26. My birthday's on May 26. So, that's, you know, we got like a little connection.
It's a vibe, it's a vibe. We locked in.
Yeah, so what were we reviewing today?
What is it? First, we're going to get into Kraven. You know what I'm saying? What is it? Thoughts off rip, you know what I'm saying? I know.
Kraven?
Oh, wait, so what is it? Alright, so I'm the one who saw it, but like, I know you already, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know you're like, it's like, you know, you already knew it was going to be bad.
Bring the good vibes up, bro. You bring the good vibes in there, bro.
It was okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd say, what is it? What's his name? I always get it bad. It's like, I always think of Anna Joy Taylor because it's damn near the same name. You know what I'm saying? But, what is it?
Taylor Johnson?
There you go. There you go. You know what I'm saying? It's like Aaron. Oh, yeah, it's Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
You know what I'm saying? There you go. What is it? Great actor. So, like, it made me sad once they were like, oh, yeah, we got a, you know what I'm saying? We got my boy in a, what is it, in a superhero Sony movie?
Yeah.
Those are always just
those are all that.
You know what I'm saying? So, for that reason, I was sad, but at the same time, like, you know, no matter what, I was gonna see it. But there was like a little like, I hope it's not terrible. It wasn't terrible, but also it still just was still the same. You know what I'm saying?
Would you recommend people seeing the movie? Like, is it worth it spending your $17 hard-earned dollars on it?
Like probably $18, $19.
$18, $19 on it? Hey, you got drive,
$17.99 type.
That's gas.
I wouldn't say the $17.99 would, you know what I'm saying, would you know, be fit for this.
It wouldn't be fit for this one here?
Nah, like good movie. For what it is, if you know, you kind of know that, but yeah, it wasn't like an amazing movie. There was like weird things where, what is it, the villain, like one of the main villains was kind of not really explained well. He has powers, but they don't really explain his powers. So you're watching, and every time he uses powers, you're like, I kind of understand how it works, but not really. Like, it's kind of weird, you know. And then they kind of, what is it? I feel like they messed that up, because if you would have really explained his powers a little more, you would have really kind of understood what's going on, and so the fight between him and Kraven would have like made a little more sense.
You talking about Rhino?
No. It's like there's another. He's like a mercenary who like has some like ability. It's like when he like stares into your eyes or whatever, he can like count to 3 and pretty much like stop time or something along those lines, or like kind of, you know, I don't know, some random thing. Yeah, but like the thing is, they don't really explain it, so you're kind of like guessing what his power is, and it's so complex into a sense where you can't, like, there's not enough context to go, oh, I know exactly how that power works. Does that make sense?
You know, for me, it's just, I'm just kind of happy, I am happy that this Sony universe at least put on hold for the time being, you know. We reviewed Venom 3, I think that was the last video, and that one was just a roller coaster ride, and then it had some little sparks that you can say like, oh, I kind of like this, but then all those moments don't overtake how awful the movie is. And coming to this one, it's like, hey, it's this, you know, I first knew this movie was gonna be kind of trash when you released the 10 minutes of your first opening scene of your movie on YouTube.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they released 10 minutes of the first opening scene of the movie.
Oh, okay.
And so it's like, you're really trying, you really don't believe in a movie like that much to basically spoil your whole
But movies like this, you can't like give away anything, because it's like there's really like very minimal cool things that's going on. So you know what I'm saying? Where it's like you can't like give away like anything.
Well, which is dumb. You know what I'm saying? That's the first tip. I mean, you know, I don't know. I'm just happy that this is over with. This experiment's over with now. I think that when you think about like movies and stuff like that, and at least with like these anti-hero movies, you gotta make movies that people like really want to see, not like I heard some rumblings that people kind of want. Like, I never heard any of my friends talk about, oh, we're excited to see. Oh my God, they're making a Kraven movie.
Yeah,
like, I don't think it was like this was like.
It's more for the nerds, honestly.
Yeah, honestly,
hey.
Half of the people that watched the movie didn't even know he's a Spider-Man villain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Until like, oh, I gotta do some type of credit scene, a cameo or something like that to force feed the Spider-Man junkies.
Yeah.
And so it's like, no, it's like it was for me. I just thought it was a bad idea to begin with. Like, Taylor, the actor, he was pretty good. He was good in Bullet Train and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I think most of the movies he does, it's there's.
And then he was also in the Marvel movies with like Quicksilver and stuff like that. But it's I don't know.
Run right now, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing pretty good. But I just didn't think that. Hey, this was the right time for. You just had Deadpool and Wolverine crap on literally every single superhero movie coming out after that movie.
Yeah.
And then you gotta have something like that. That's not a good recipe for success, Sony. And so I'm happy that they just made. I think this is probably just gonna be doing the Spider-Verse movies. I don't even know about I don't know. That's another situation. I don't know if it's even still happening or what. But so Sony's a little turmoil right now with their comic book universes.
Just picking the wrong actors.
Yeah, it's picking the wrong actors, the wrong directors, the wrong script. Like nothing can go right. And so. But
life we're living.
It's just crazy, But
especially how good that last one was.
Yeah. The last cliffhanger for that Spider-Verse movie was really good. But to get back on the topic though, like with Kraven, with Kraven, I just thought it was very generic. It was nothing that I never seen before. That was very like, oh my gosh, that was eye catching. Maybe everybody know I like those, those graphic, VFX and like CGI. CGI was kind of awful.
Yeah.
Like,
but that's interesting. Okay, that makes sense. I'm saying you've seen a decent amount of it just with even like.
I'm just seeing like it's just too much of the same similar thing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like paying that much money on an AMC or a Regal ticket to go see something I've seen the same style of movie almost all my life now. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, but then also that's like then we're getting into more of how new can movies feel, which is kind of hard to do.
Yeah, I don't know. I expected to go like balls to the walls. Was this even rated R?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Yeah, what is it? Like that's why I was kind of intrigued because I was like, okay, it's rated R. Like let's see how like crazy they get with the with like the action and like just the gore because he is like a very he's like Kraven the Hunter. You know what I'm saying? So he's supposed to get real animalistic and whatever. But what is it? It was okay with that. They didn't. I feel like they could have pushed it a little more to the max. Did a decent, decent job with it, where with the blood and different stuff like that, and like some crazy stuff that happened. But I feel like they could have gone even more. With it, like I think it didn't help that he's getting tossed around and like beat up, but he's damn near invulnerable, and like his skin kind of like regenerates, whatever. So he's like getting hit by the hardest things, and like.
And I don't remember the character like in the canon having regenerated powers.
I
don't remember that really, but
I really don't. I really never like knew how. Because like he's a very interesting character where it's hard to know like his full superhero like kind of or just his like power set full.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's like they kind of give him like little things that he may not have in like the actual canon like comics or whatever, or they give him like the shows or the game, and so it's hard to see that, but for the most part it was like. It was better than I thought it was gonna be. It wasn't terrible.
Was it better than Venom 3?
I was thinking about that, and I'm like, I think as a front to back. I want to say but I'm probably say no. But it's just Venom still was like, you know what I'm saying? I think the comedy of Venom 3 saved it to be a little better than Kraven.
And that was,
you know
and that was it.
Well, we don't agree on that. I think the comedy was really good in Venom 3. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I think they really, but you know.
So yeah, so I mean, so
yeah,
you like this better than like Venom 3 better than?
Yeah, I think like I said, the comedy in Venom 3 saved it for sure. You know what I'm saying? For me, it was like
Okay,
but
for
this, it's just like what is it? Obviously, it's better than what is it? Was it Madam Web or something like that?
Yeah.
But it's nowhere near to like it was so good. In my head, I have like a couple sprinkle of people that I've talked to that like they kind of liked it. That was like, yeah, no, I thought it was pretty good, or whatever. I thought it was like decent. I did think there was some good scenes in there. The CGI was better than the something like Red One, which is way too big of a budgeted movie where like they should have made it look way better than how it looked. It looked atrocious, but for the most part. Like the action itself looked decent, you know. There was some like kind of crazy stuff where he's like running all fours and it just like looks insane, but like at the same time still kind of looks cool. He's like climbing a full like apartment building and he's just like jumping himself, like he's literally like throwing himself up one by one of like the balcony and stuff, which is kind of tough, but. Like, so there's little things there, and like the running scenes, like chasing after the car, he's running as fast as the car, whatever. Like those little scenes, like those is cool. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
So, but you wouldn't recommend people seeing it though?
I would say like I don't, unless you're really into comics and like into that like the spider like verse and stuff like that, and you really like the character as itself. Maybe like you really like the character because you play the game, something like that. Maybe you'd be a little more inclined to want to see it. But if you're just like casuals, for sure. Oh yeah, you seeing this in theaters is unless you're seeing it for free.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
So you give it like what grade you give it?
Like a 67.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
A D plus.
A D plus. I'm saying. I feel like that's pretty.
Because I think you gave Venom a C minus. I think.
Something like that.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah.
It carries. It carries.
Yeah.
All
right, so this is my brother Cole Terry. He is a big, humongous Nintendo.
I'm not that big.
Well, he is a big, giant fan of the Sonic universe and just video games in general.
I used to be, but I do have a lot of knowledge to the point where I think I can know how to review this review, I guess.
Yo, chill out, dude.
He's gonna be able to review the review.
I'll
review the review.
I'll have to warn everybody that I can be very critical sometimes when it comes to...
Man, what are you talking about? You 2.0 and him, that's all it is.
Yeah, we're 2.0 commentary, but yeah, if you guys want to see Cole's content, follow Cole Terry Studios on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. He's going to have a show coming out. It's going to be when?
January 10th. Please don't invite every single person because the theater we're in is going to be very compact, but there might be a recording for you to look at after the show's over. But you can look at that when it shows up on my channel at some point.
Yeah. Mark, you going?
January 10th?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what day that is. We'll look at the schedule.
All right, so we're gonna get into.
I hope I can get in. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like
it's free.
No, we got. I got you the hookup. I got you
free admission. So
free admission, bro.
As long as don't sell out. You know what I'm saying?
We got you. Yeah. So we're gonna talk about Sonic 3. So
gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast. Cannot go slow. And so. What did you think about the movie?
I thought the movie was good. I gave it like around 7.5, 8.8 range. I'd say it's a very good film. In terms of all of the Sonic things in the movie, I think it did incredible with that. Keanu Reeves' Shadow was really well done. He harnessed the character. He was serious, but he wasn't overly serious to where you didn't like him.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey is always a joy to see on screen as always, and my goodness, is he Jim Carrey in this film. He is dancing here, dancing there. It is hilarious.
Kind of like you at the beginning of your show.
Well, not for this show, but the two other shows. Yeah.
Would you say I almost
I
felt like a little I would say like Ryan Reynolds-esque, where it's almost like he takes from Jim Carrey in a sense. You know what I'm saying? When I was watching this, because like I was like, it's been so long where I feel like I've seen it's he doesn't do that many movies anymore. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like you only see him like here and there, and I'm like, especially after Ryan Reynolds kind of going full-fledged himself in Deadpool, it was almost like seeing this. I was like, there's no way he doesn't take a little inspiration from Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Kind of like how he does his, comedy and acting and things like that, where I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, that was the first thing that kind of came to mind, where like he was like fully like Jim. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was really into his role, and you can tell that he really enjoyed his role, what he was given, because he said he wouldn't come back unless if there was a golden script, and apparently this movie had a golden script for him. So
it wasn't terrible at all.
It wasn't terrible.
Yeah, it wasn't
terrible.
So like,
but man,
that's true.
That was he did an amazing job in this film, and he played two different characters too.
The like micro fourth wall breaking was jokes.
Yeah.
Bro, that was jokes.
Yeah.
It's almost like we're playing the same person. But I was like,
yeah, that was hilarious.
It was killing me.
So, what you guys think about like let's just say like, I don't honestly like. I know this might sound crazy to me, coming out of my mouth at least.
Okay.
I don't really think there was a really major problem with the movie,
Except for the humans.
The human scene that we saw it together. That scene was pretty stupid to me.
You talking about like when they're
like they're trying to break in the mocap suits and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, I think the more stupider scene was, well, actually no, they were both equally stupid, but I think the scene that's like worse to me was this times where they're trying to overly be funny, but it doesn't work because
which was scene?
It's the break-in to the building.
Talking about the dance one?
No, I'm not talking about Jim Carrey. I'm talking about James Marsden and that other lady.
Oh yeah.
The black girl.
I think they try way too hard in this film to.
What is it? Lee Majda, or is it Natasha? No, it's not Natasha. It's no, it's Colleen. I think it's Colleen Oshek Hennessy. I know it's
Hennessy.
Oshek Hennessy. Long last name.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think
that's her.
Yeah, there was a scene where she was like up at the register, and she was like, "Oh yeah, you better let me in."
Oh my
that
God.
was such
The black stereotype.
Unnecessary.
Yeah,
scene.
I'm like, here we go again.
It was a little much.
Yeah, a little much.
And you see this trope everywhere. This trope is never going to leave whatsoever. And I don't think it's funny. I don't think it's amusing. I think it was really cringy and annoying.
Yeah, no.
Fair. I will say the thought process behind it makes sense, but the execution maybe wasn't done well. As I mean, like, it makes sense of like them kind of having a scene like that where it's like, well, yeah, like, people find, what I'm saying, what is it, especially when it's like a minority, usually black women, if they're gonna be all loud and extra or whatever, tripping about something, usually they're like, okay, I'm not even gonna I'm not even gonna tweak, blah blah. Usually, obviously, same with like white women, even more. But I would say maybe it's more of this like a woman thing. But because it was like a black girl, they felt like because she's kind of turning up, it helps with them. Kind of like being like, oh, okay, never mind, whatever. But yeah, it's just how they did it. Yeah, it definitely wasn't executed the best.
No.
At all. But I will say, like, seeing the vision, like, I kind of understand a little of the vision of, like, where you're trying to go with that, like, plot point itself. But the execution wasn't the best.
I think it
was a little cringy for
much.
sure. I'll definitely agree.
I think one of the
I wanted to laugh, but I was like,
Then there was another scene with James Marsden and this puppet, and they keep bringing this puppet back over and over and over again, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, what audience do you think this is for? Children?
Oh, is this the Muppets 4.5 movie or something?
Is this Jim Henson, or are we watching Sonic the Hedgehog? Like, what are we doing here?
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Like I was just like when he brought up the puppet, I was just sitting there and I'm like, okay, I knew you were trying too hard to be funny to begin with.
Yeah.
But this is just comedical at this point.
Well, yeah, but I feel like that kind of comes with the territory of the Sonic movie.
I mean, we gotta remember this is a kids movie.
Yeah.
At the forefront, but I think like at those moments, like it was comic. It was so bad. It was just funny. How they thought this was funny and they actually filmed this.
I think the reason why this one, in my opinion, was better, almost by a landslide. I wouldn't say by a landslide, but almost by a landslide than the first two.
I think it's probably a landslide.
I think almost. You know what I'm saying the first two weren't terrible, but they weren't like, oh my god. I feel like this one was close to oh my god.
Didn't you like Sonic 2 more than Sonic 1 or 3?
Those two movies are like neck and neck for me. Although I will say.
Two and three or 1 and
2 and 3.
2 and 3? Okay.
I will say this. The second movie had that long, drawn-out wedding scene that serves no purpose to the film whatsoever.
It just almost like adds
boring, stale.
Yeah.
I didn't care about any of the characters in that.
That's true.
But then again, this movie had worse scenes with the
Like,
humans,
it was-
but it was cut down.
It was cut down.
Like,
It
it
was
was
worse.
Yeah.
But what were you gonna say though?
Oh, with the what is it about the wedding scene or just in general?
Nah, you were gonna say something.
Oh, about the what is it? So I think three was the best one.
Yeah.
I'm saying like entirely like plot wise, I think front to back it was better, and then on top of that they had more entertaining scenes, and I think the biggest thing for me was this one felt like they weren't trying. This one felt like they finally were like, oh, I feel like we understand that our audience maybe isn't fully kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They understood that. Yeah, I feel like they fully understood. Like, okay, like yes, this can like be towards kids. Like kids will go see this. Kids will definitely go see this. When I was in the theater, kids were there.
But then you'll see some parents by themselves.
But also, they didn't understand. I feel like for the first two movies that this movie is also for a ton of adults.
It is mostly for the autistic Sonic fans out there who are, they'll definitely eat this up for sure.
You have autism, right?
I know I have autism, but
Let's say that first. You have autism.
The dog on it was this film definitely for those people because I was watching. I was watching this film with my girlfriend, and my girlfriend the whole time, because she's all into like the Sonic fan fictions and all that other stuff just for fun.
Oh, jeez.
She was just losing her mind.
Yeah.
She was having a ball, and she was just like, "Oh my gosh, they did the thing! They did the thing!"
Yeah,
and I'm like, "Yes, they did the thing! They did the thing!"
I think what's really, I think what they finally learned, and somebody finally in the film industry finally gets it, but they know their audience, like how you guys are talking about, and they were true to the games. They were very true to the games. Like I know Shadow is a not rated.
He's not really rated R,
but he's more edgier than Sonic.
Yes.
But like in the games, he had like actual like AK-47. But like in this, it's like it's PG-5. You know what I'm saying? But you will get mad. People will get mad like people like us. They didn't have the gun. You should have put the gun in. You know what I'm saying? But they had the gun.
They did what they saw them to do.
But what I'm trying to say is that they appeal to every audience. They appeal for the average movie day audience, the video game lovers of Sonic, even heck, Jim Carrey fans. Like I think pretty much we all have respect for Jim Carrey. He killed it. Yeah.
Honestly, the first two, I feel like the second one, he was like for me, the first one, I don't know if it was because you're seeing him in this after like not really seeing him in a kind of role like this for a long time, where you're just like, it was a little forced. Like I know this is kind of like his like shtick, but it may be the writing or something. It just feels a little too corny. And then with the second one, I felt a little more comfy, and I was like, okay, maybe it's just like I had to kind of get used to him playing this role. But and it's a little different because the actual Eggman is just not like, he's kind of like that, but it doesn't feel like he's anywhere near like how Jim Carrey acts for this character.
Yeah.
And then for the third one, I was kind of like damn near all on board. I was like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I believe it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's kind of embodying it, like also like giving his whole full like own spin on it. But you know what I'm saying?
I feel like in the first film, Jim Carrey was I mean, Jim Carrey did what he needed to do. It's just I don't think he really fully embraced it because the idea wasn't of the character he was playing wasn't fully realized, and you could tell based on the way he looked in the first film.
Yeah.
He looks completely different than he does now. And
they really like went in now.
They went in. It was like you know how the Mario movie had pretty much everything that Mario fans wanted in the movie. I think it took them at least a couple of tries for this film, because keep in mind when the first film got shown off, the design looked terrible for Sonic. It looked awful, and then they decided to change it because the fans rebelled. Then they saw, okay, this is kind of similar to the game. We're giving our own Hollywood twist with it. Then the second film came out with Tails, and it's like, okay, now it's starting to get a little bit more like the games. Now, the third movie, they understand exactly what they needed to do.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They delivered on all fronts that we expected.
Honestly, I think this is better than the Mario movie.
It is, and I'll explain why. Mario was good. I actually really enjoyed it. I give that like a 7.5, like around the same rating as this film. But I feel like this film is better than Mario for one reason alone. Mario had a lot of great setups for ideas.
Yeah.
It's just they're saving it for the second movie when they should have been in the movie to begin with.
Yeah.
Which isn't terrible.
And it is hard to compare both because it's like a third film versus the first.
Exactly. We're comparing an animated movie to a movie that has live action characters interacting with cartoons.
And it's the third one.
And it's the third movie.
And it's but I honestly, like, I think this is...
But that tells you how good the Mario movie was. Though.
I mean, honestly, the Mario movie was pretty much... I mean, I didn't really have... Other than for that first Yahoo! In the first trailer, I'm like, oh, we're screwed. But then, no, it's actually pretty good. I liked it. But I think that I'll give the edge. This was the best video game movie all time.
So far.
So far. I mean, because it got Detective Pikachu, which wasn't terrible.
Detective Pikachu was alright.
It was alright. Like,
it happened.
I would say it's better than the first. It's better than the first Sonic movie, Detective Pikachu.
It is.
But I don't know if it's better than Sonic 2.
No.
Yeah, so I'd probably say that would probably be like my Mount Rushmore of video game. But I think
easily the worst video game movie is FNAF.
Oh,
that's the worst one. I could talk about.
You
like the movie?
No,
he agree.
Good. We're on the same page.
I agree.
No, the thing is
I was dying laughing because I was like, I don't even know why we're even talking about it like that.
No, the thing is that he'll find some way to say something nice about a movie. And I'll just completely say, oh, this movie sucks.
I mean, there are some things nice that I can say about FNAF, like the Jim Henson Company did a great job on the designs of the animatronics. They look absolutely amazing. They're on point. However, here's my issue with this. Here's my issue with this.
Oh boy.
I wish there were certain points where the animatronics were actually CG at certain points.
Okay, that makes sense.
Like, it's on and off, but it's like you can't tell the difference, especially since they're playing with lighting in that film. You can't tell the difference between if it's CG or not.
And I thought you said you wanted that movie to be rated R.
I do, because it's a movie where kids get killed, and it's a movie where, you know, it's so weird because they rated the movie like a PG rating for like kids and stuff.
I don't know what they're trying to do there.
There's a whole fan base behind FNAF that are kids. Yet this is the same movie where a whole person.
The kids were kids a while back, so like
exactly.
That's the one thing they don't really like understand. I feel like when they're going into making some of the movies.
So I think I'm glad that Sonic 3 did something that FNAF didn't do, which was basically rely so much on the fan service and what the fans want to the point where they couldn't actually make a cohesive story.
And exactly with even with sometimes with the Mario movie, the Sonic 3 did not rely a crap ton of nostalgia.
It didn't.
It didn't rely like I only heard that Sonic song. And obviously, like, we don't have to hear rock and roll AC/DC in a movie every single 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But they use that one Sonic song, like, like once.
Yeah.
But then, like, with
we all realized.
We all realized.
It was like.
We all realized it hit. No, it wasn't even fast. It was like, It was like a piano. I was like,
Yeah, it's like.
I was like, this is nice, you know?
Yeah, like,
so they used it perfectly, but the movie didn't rely. The movie didn't rely on nostalgia the whole entire time.
Yeah.
Which Mario, which was a good movie, it's just Mario was playing the Nintendo. And then you see a Starbucks poster in the background of his bedroom.
Yeah, they're clearly.
Like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, what's going on right now? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that movie was clearly an Easter egg infestation, and it was specifically designed to point out.
And you can do a lot more with the Easter eggs just because it wasn't animated.
And you know, it's like, thank goodness that Mario, even though it relied a lot on nostalgia, thank goodness that Mario still has like an opportunity to make the story that they already have, which is good, even better than it was last time.
Yeah.
Unlike FNAF, which
dead in the water.
just dead in the water. I will still see the second film. If the second film is garbage,
I will give you my money.
I'll find a way to get somebody else to pay it for me, so that way I don't actually have to pay money to see it. But if it does end up being a big pile of garbage, I probably won't be surprised in the slightest, because Blumhouse has just been creating just like very atrocious projects. Like last Horror Nights, actually, they had this whole tram about like Blumhouse films. Yeah. I didn't go on the tram for a reason.
Oh yeah.
What was the reason?
Because it's gonna be Blumhouse.
Blumhouse.
It's gonna be not good.
So last question, because I know you gotta get ready for your show and everything like that, and you get ready. What do you guys think will happen in Sonic 4? Is Jim Carrey gonna come back with the credit scene and everything?
Well, first off, like obvious, spoilers and stuff.
Spoilers.
For me,
spoilers.
For me, I was the most giddy person on the planet when I seen the hammer.
Oh my god!
And like your boy was 8 again when I seen the hammer. You know what I'm saying? I was sad that I didn't wear like my Sonic like merch or nothing like that, because I have like an Amy like t-shirt, like I have a Shadow t-shirt actually too.
Oh my god!
It's like that.
You didn't even show up for your boy Shadow?
It was just I was so like busy, and like I was running like late to even get to the movie, so what is it, like me just getting there on time, like I couldn't find the shirt, and it was doing too much. So I have like I have like some like Sonic hat. I have a lot of different like stuff where I was sad I wasn't even wearing that, because I seen the hammer. I was like, shut the fuck up. Oh my god. Exactly. You already give us metal, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then like she show up and I was like,
oh my god!
I didn't think we was getting a post-credit scene, and
that was a post-credit scene, like a couple 30 seconds. That was like 2 minutes long.
That was a whole scene.
I was like, what?
Oh my god, it was so beautiful.
Here's what I will predict in the fourth movie, though. Yeah. I don't think Jim Carrey's coming back.
Not even if it's in the future?
No, I don't.
Or like in another universe?
I think blatantly based on what we saw in this film, he's dead.
He's pretty chaotic.
He's done. There's no way he's gonna come back after. There's no way he's gonna come back after a galactic explosion. There's just no way. But I think if this is his last film, it's well deserved. Well deserved.
I don't think this is his last film, no.
I don't think. I mean, there's a rhyme and a reason for everything that happened, and I don't think he's gonna come back.
Dang.
I can agree. I second that.
Okay.
And I think it's totally fine that he doesn't come back because, you know, we have Metal Sonic. However, you know, even though the film won't be the same without Jim Carrey, I still think that there is potential with new characters that get introduced. So like, you know, like Amy and Metal Sonic, you're already getting a movie right there with just those two characters.
Do you think
imagine they bring like Rouge? And,
exactly, like
you know,
just
if they do a lot of that, then yeah, you got a lot to play with. Then they get like really good voice actors for that. Yeah, I feel like there is a chance to bring in other characters that will, you know, like fill some of the void of.
Do you think they're gonna ever do a full movie in Green Hills?
Nah,
I don't really know.
Well, just because like most of the only thing that's like fully, I would say, the only thing that's like fully like takes place there is maybe the video games. Like all the most of the TV shows.
And even then, it's like
most of the TV shows don't really fully ever take place just there. They only kind of like have, you know what I'm saying? They only kind of like, you know, jump over there, come back. I'm saying there's a lot of like even like in like the old one, it's kind of like more like the olden times kind of like it's they're still more like around humans, but they're not human or whatever.
Yeah, and even then, it's like in the new games, we don't ever really see Green Hills at all. Actually, Green Hills is only just like a temporary place for the rest of the levels.
Exactly.
I want to see a Sonic Unleashed movie. That'd be crazy. I don't know how to explain it, but I mean, I was just saying. I don't know. It might. It's a little.
You'd have to go and like now we're like
that's a little too hard.
Now Sonic's got to be the biggest thing out, and then you give them like
That's a little too hard, actually. My bad. But what do you guys? My bad. But what do you guys grade the movie? What do you guys give the grades?
I give it like an 8, 7.5, like around that range.
Oh,
it was like a B.
I'll give it a. Man, that human scenes, like they were less, but they even. I don't
really hate them too much.
Okay.
You're saying the one scene when they
and then it gets to reveal like the Master Emeralds is getting guarded by that stupid cop guy and playing hockey with it.
Yeah.
Alright, bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was gonna be a little bit more serious. Especially since like, you know, this is like almost the end of the second act, right?
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be a little bit more serious.
Knuckles was like, nah, bro, like. Yeah, I'm not letting nobody have this thing except for this one guy, and then the dude's playing. Oh my God! I'm like,
that's something you'll see out of a Nickelodeon sitcom. Like,
if they didn't have that scene, I probably would give it like a 9 out of 10. Not gonna lie.
But
that scene itself just killed it.
I'm probably gonna give it an 8, bro.
Yeah.
That took away because it was doing great because it was doing good because Sonic and Knuckles, they were having that type of tension between each other at that time in London, and then they were like, and he was like, okay, like I understand, like, you know, I told you last time we're never gonna use it, we agreed, but okay, this is one of those times you're gonna have to use it, but this is the one person I trust in the whole world that can guard the Master Emerald. It's the freaking dude, the donut cop dude. Like, what? Come on, man. Like, are you serious? Like, I was in the movie. It kind of took me out.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it like I'll give it an 8.5.
Like, that joke could have been better executed if it wasn't that serious.
That's true.
How about you, Mark? What do you give it?
I think I'm like in the like mid B range. I would say maybe. I want to go higher, honestly. Yeah, I'm probably thinking like a good like 86.
Yeah.
Maybe 87, but yeah, I'd say like 86. Shoot, 86 and a half. I feel like that's like the sweet spot. Like,
but I think honestly though, like I think we all came out of the movie. I think we got more than we wanted for. I think.
Yeah.
I think at least for me, I did not think this movie was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be good. I thought it was gonna be serviceable. I didn't think it would be like that. Like I was like, man, like that third act was awesome. You know what I'm saying?
The third act was really good.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. And so so I give it a B. You give it a B minus.
Yeah, it's a B.
B.
Yes, a B.
And then give it a B.
Yeah.
BBB. Big Ball Brand.
Oh, I don't know.
No Lonzo Ball. No Lonzo Ball.
Shout out LeVar. He did what he said he was gonna do, but.
But thank you again, Mr. Cole Terry, for coming on the stream. We appreciate you coming in. You know,
it was a pleasure, fam. It was a pleasure.
Pleasure. And hey, talk about your show real quick.
My new show is called Rage of the Rave. It's a musical performance that incorporates all different kinds of music that I like to perform, but also music that other people will enjoy. So you'll have like some classic songs there, but also some things that you won't expect. And it's going to be coming on January 10th. There will be a recording on YouTube, hopefully, by the end of the show.
This show?
Not joking. Yeah.
Was that a Sonic 3 joke? Humor joke I just said?
No, it's just a Connor joke that completely flew over my head. But yes, stay tuned for that, but also stay tuned for new videos coming soon on my channel. This year's going to be a lot crazier, and we're starting to get a lot of advancements in our productions. So get ready for that.
Awesome. Well, you guys got to tune in to see Cole Terry's show, and we're going to be seeing a lot from you. So thanks for coming in.
Shout out Paul. Shout out Paul. You know what I'm saying?
Awesome.
Yes. Cameron killed it, baby.
Thanks.
So, third movie we're going to get into, Gladiator 2. What is it? Big cast. I mean, off rip, you know what I'm saying, with the, you know, we got going on, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Denzel. You know what I'm saying? What is it? Also, Pedro Pascal. And then you got, what is it?
The guy in the Fantastic Four movie, and then he was in
Paul Mescal as well.
He was the main actor.
Who?
Paul Mescal.
In what?
The Mets.
Yeah. Oh, I was talking about Fantastic Four.
No. Like the guy, like there's a person in Fantastic Four that was in he was playing one of the princes, one of the kings of Rome, like one of the brothers.
And he was in Fantastic Four, like
in the new one.
Oh, he's in the new one.
Yeah, in the new one. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And also Pedro Pascal plays Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So they got it's all.
Yeah, and
Denzel Washington is the villain for Black Panther 3.
Did they confirm he's the villain?
Yeah.
That's kind of wild, but because I know he's in it, but I didn't know they confirmed he's the villain.
Yeah.
The villain. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's supposed to be his last hoorah.
I guess he's doing like 3 more movies after Black Panther though. So.
No, he said he's trying to. He said he's supposed to, there's like 10 films he's supposed to do. Like that are left on his list. Who knows how many he's already done?
Yeah, he'll be acting for a little bit more. Yeah. That's a couple more years. Yeah.
But what is it? Yeah, Gladiator 2. Off rip. I thought it was really good. So many people thought it was trash, and I have so many people telling me like they really liked it, and so it's a back and forth on me not knowing where people stand. But I'm glad I get to at least get most of these people's views, because I've only heard a little bit because you hated it as much as everybody else. Well, as much as
I didn't like. This was like Venom 3 for me.
Really? Because I got a text like, man, it's I just got out of Gladiator 2. This was dog shit.
No,
man, I can't wait to get in there. You know what I'm saying, and go. Yeah.
No. Like I get. So am I going first with you? I guess. Am I going
No. We'll go back. We'll go back.
All right. But I was just look. I think what made Gladiator the first one is that the action set pieces were amazing. The videography work, everything was real. When you saw, it looked like 500 people on a battlefield. Guess what? It was 500 people on a battlefield. There was
I feel like them having the 500 people on a battlefield kind of look real. Would it look real?
No. Well, I'm just saying, like some of the fight sequence, like some of
Some of the fights.
It didn't feel. Pause. It didn't feel as raw as.
I'm still a child at heart, you know what I'm saying? I'm still a child.
It didn't feel as gritty as No, I just didn't get that feeling. I felt like this, and obviously the first one was a big movie, Hollywood movie. But this feels like the prototypical Hollywood, CGI, Like it's just like the
Well,
run of the mill. It seems like the run in the mill. That's my point. Like
what do you mean run of the mill?
Nothing. Like nothing in this movie was like, oh my gosh. Like the first movie with what's his name, Russell Crowe, and he was playing Maximus. Like I felt something for that character because he was in a high power of Rome, but then he was like, nah man, like I just want to be with my wife, you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to do this. But then the king was like, nah, we got a little different plans for you, buddy, you're gonna be over here. And then Joaquin Phoenix was great in that movie as well. His goofy butt, you know, and then like him like slaughtering his family, like I wanted that guy to die. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, there wasn't anything in this movie where I'm like, man, like, ugh, like that sucks. Like, it sucks people dying, but I don't really feel any.
You didn't feel any of the deaths, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I didn't really feel anything really of these characters, and some of the character setups and the conclusions were kind of like a little all over the place, especially with the main character, because at the mid part of the movie, spoiler alerts, it gets revealed that he's Maximus's son.
Yeah.
But then, if you look back at the first movie, that doesn't really make any sense.
Yeah, well, what is it? In the first movie, they allude to, like, oh, could this be your son or not? And then she kind of hits him, and then she kind of is like, she doesn't rarely ever say, no, this isn't your son. She just goes, what, you know what I'm saying? Like, they already, in the first one, they always allude to it maybe being her son because they say, I think he's around the age of, like, when they, when the last time they hung out or like they saw each other. Because remember when they first see each other in the first movie, they kind of.
So when did they get it on?
Like I think they said like 8 to 12 years or whatever before he sees her in the first when he sees her in that first movie. You know what I'm saying, and like they're talking whatever. She's like, it's been a while, blah blah. He's like, yeah, but they kind of just had like a thing, but they didn't really ever like, you know what I'm saying, like get married.
So when he was like the general in Rome, that's when he was getting on with her.
Maximus?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but like no, this is like I don't know how.
Yeah, I'm confused. It's confusing to me.
So they say what is it? In the first movie, they explain very very context cluey though. You know what I'm saying, like it's not like straight out. You know what I'm saying, like saying things that's more in the in the delivery of how they're talking, whatever, where they allude to because they used to talk when they were younger. When he was more like less of like a known, like prominent, like popular general. You know what I'm saying? Because like, now at that moment he's like the most popular, figure in the army besides the royal family. You know what I'm saying? And because of that, he's getting all the praise, all this other stuff, and she comes back and she sees him, she's like, oh my god, I haven't seen him so long, blah blah. And they had that fling back then, but then they allude to that because of that fling, like always thinking like, oh wait, is that my kid, or is that like the guy's kid that you say it is? And then like also his dad died or whatever, and that's kind of like the big cop out of like,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I guess, but then it doesn't have to be. It shouldn't be like that hard to understand, like context cluey.
But that's movie, baby.
I know that's movies, baby, but it's like, bro, I thought this guy. The movie made it seem like he was a regular, ordinary dude that was just very good at being a gladiator. Until when he went to Rome and
the first movie.
No, the second movie.
This is not the second movie.
And then all of a sudden, wait, you're the son of Maximus? This is his arm. This is your armor and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, he should have been known that.
He knew.
Stop. Wait. The main actor in this movie knew he was the son of Maximus.
No.
Yeah, okay, that's what I'm trying to say.
I thought you were saying I thought you were saying that what is it? He didn't know. I thought you were trying to say that he didn't know he was like, you know, the what is it? The prince. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like heir to the throne. I thought you were saying like he didn't know he was heir to the throne.
No, I kind of no.
Yeah, like he knew that for sure. He just kind of rejected it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, like Maximus's son, like that was always like alluded to, not around him though, so I don't think he knew that. But what is it? He kind of knew him. Obviously, he was like I've met him once, whatever. He was you know what I'm saying, he was a very like, you know, sweet, kind soul, whatever. I mean, they like it was interesting that I like that they did show some of the like flashbacks of that, just to like, you know, kind of make sure you know what he's talking about or something like that. But yeah, no, I thought it was for me, I thought it was a really good movie. You know what I'm saying? First off, it's been forever since I'd seen the first one, right? And only recently, maybe in the past like 5-ish years, I'd maybe seen like bits and pieces of it if somebody had it maybe like on and like in passing. But I'd finally seen it like top to bottom for the first time in ever. You know what I'm saying? I probably saw him was like kid maybe. You know what I'm saying? And so being able to be like, all right, I'm fresh back. You know what I'm saying? I remember it right before I'm about to see it helps. But also, what is it? Everybody was like, oh, like, either I really liked it, or I really didn't. And it was like, there was no real median, which was interesting. But like people I was talking to who didn't really like it, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, correct me if I'm wrong. It was more of a, what is it? It just wasn't as good with the action. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't.
It was too slow.
See, but the other thing for me is the reason I enjoyed it was because I thought the storyline went really well, and in my head, from talking to people, I think that because it wasn't as action packed and fully just like action, or just action in a different way, that people felt some type of way about it because it didn't like, you know. Am I wrong or am I right?
So like for me, it's like the action was a downgrade from the last movie.
I don't think the action was a downgrade.
I think the character deaths were like the final fight with the two main actors with
Denzel and it was like Paul Mescal.
Paul Mescal, yeah.
So,
that fight was trash. That was not a good.
Was it too quick?
It was too quick. It was too easy. It was too
easy.
Quick.
I mean,
it was too quick.
Easy.
It was too easy. I didn't think that Pedro Pascal would die in the half of the movie.
I think that's good though, because that takes away from expectation though. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I guess.
Pedro Pascal in this movie. He's selling. From what I know, I don't really know Paul Mescal like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he's done. I don't know how like popular of a actor he is, but in my head, he's one of the more new. He was in
Nosferatu.
He was in Nosferatu.
Yeah, he's in that.
No. Really?
Yeah. I think so. I'm pretty sure.
Paul Mescal?
Yeah.
What was he in Nosferatu? What was he in Nosferatu? No, it's not Nosferatu.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Saying.
Alright, whatever.
He's not Nosferatu.
Okay, my bad.
Normal People. Oh, he was an actor son. Yeah. So not really that known of a actor. He's in a couple films, and he's like an established actor, but not like a known popular actor, right? And so for that, it's like you have the people who are selling the like, oh, I want to come see this movie is, I forget the actress's name, but like, you know, who's playing the mom, whatever. Obviously, you have Denzel and you have Pedro Pascal. They're like running the show on when it comes to, oh, like this is who we're gonna see in film, especially Denzel. But Pedro Pascal is such a big name now. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's like, oh, Pedro's in this movie too. Cool. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that you kill him off like that.
Oh, it was Aaron Taylor Johnson and
yeah.
But they look like each other though.
Kinda.
Yeah. That's on me. My bad. So that's
that was my thought. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what you're talking about.
That's on me. My bad.
Yeah, he's on a run though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he is.
Like he has like 2-3 more movies that come out like, bro, in like the next like couple months, I think, or something like that.
No, he's on a run.
And the fact that he's in Nosferatu and like, you know, he stars in what is it? Kraven too. Like, I'm like, damn, bro. Mm-hmm. Like they came out in like within the same month.
No, yeah, he's going off. Yeah,
going crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so for that, like them killing him off like that, I think that really does well with just expectation. You think you're gonna have more of him. You think he's gonna be more crucial to the plot, which he kind of is, because once he dies, that changes the whole dynamic of how Paul Mescal thinks. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Now he's, you know what I'm saying, because at first they get in the fight, he wants to kill him. Then there's a second of like, you know, he's obviously, you know what I'm saying, he puts it down. He's like, no, I'm on your side. Like, you think I'm against you, I'm on your side. Like, I'm trying to help, blah, blah. And then he's like, all right, I'll believe him. And then still they're like, no, kill that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, right? And then, and you didn't like them killing with the arrows? First thing I was thinking, bullshit, because there's no way all of them archers are that skilled. All of them are that skilled to hit him, and nobody got even close to nicking.
It's like stormtroopers.
Yeah.
It's stormtrooper like type of aim, bro.
I just was surprised like no one even got close to like nicking him. I'm like, damn, they really that nice. I mean, obviously, like, you know, they're in the Emperor's like guard or whatever, so like, you know, maybe they really that nice, but still I'm like, damn, they was like they.
Another thing is too was like they had that scene of like the boats and stuff like that, and the
I actually like that.
That's not possible to do that.
What do you mean?
They're in the Colosseum and they have boats and sharks and fish.
You saw they have like what is it? They have the irrigation system under it. You saw that?
What?
Like where what is it, like the irrigation system of like all the water, and then they have like the drains and like they pour the water in, and then they can drain it. You know what I'm saying?
Where's the sharks?
I don't know where they bring the sharks from. I mean, you know.
How did that happen? How do you transport that in the middle of the desert? Well,
you can figure it out. You can figure it out, honestly.
And that
with the Emperor, you can figure it out.
In that time, you
can figure it out. It's not like they're. It's not like they're. It's not like they're
realistic, my boy. I'm sorry. This is not really like. This is like. I get like rhinos. I get fighting on a horse. I get it. But like, I was just like thinking, I'm like, was this actually like real? Like because the movie comes from like, okay, I didn't like the CGI that much of the fights, but it was realistic. I can see it happening. And then jumps to this scene, I'm like, and the cannons, like shooting like cannons and stuff like that in the middle of the crowds. It's like, I'm like, this was real?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, like the crowd knows what they're getting into. That I guess. The shark thing I get you though. The
sharks and stuff like that.
I'm like, absurd.
I'm like, how? Like, this doesn't really make any sense to me now. Like, now it's getting like, okay, so when the sharks came in, I'm like, okay, now my realism, like my feeling of the realism just goes out the window. Which, when I watched the first Gladiator movie, everything felt like it was taking place. Obviously, it was a fiction; it's not a real film, but it took place before, and it was like real. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like it felt like it was real. Like the first fight scene with like both of the tribes battling each other. That looked like cinematography looked real because it was real. Nothing was CGI.
In the second movie.
And then the first one.
The first one.
But then the second one, which made the first one really good, all that realism and all that, you know, all that type of style of shots and like some of the, it's not there. And it goes to big budget 2024 movie. You normally see all the time. Which you don't see them all the time. You don't see them all the time because you get movies like Dune Part 2. And then you get like you'll get like other stuff, you know. But like this feels like a run-of-the-mill action movie. Which
Really?
Gladiator 3, the first Gladiator 3, well, the first Gladiator movie felt like, nah, this was like a spectacle. This wasn't a spectacle to me.
And what do you mean? What do you mean by
the acting, the emotion, the characters, like motivations, the sound score, like the
score?
Yeah, the sound score, the choreography with the fights. Like, I didn't get all that. I did not even sniff that from either one of those categories.
Really?
No, not really. It just felt like a okay movie. Which the first movie was one of my favorite movies of all time. When I watched it, 3 months ago?
Are you not entertained?
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
but
I don't know. Like,
so you didn't feel the emotion anywhere.
No.
You didn't feel the emotion.
I mean, I'll have to watch it again.
You know
but when I watched it,
the speeches were good.
The speeches were, yeah. I mean, they were
good.
But I'm not buying a $20 ticket and parking in some popcorn to watch some speeches. You know I can watch a speech. You know I can hear a speech. You know I can hear a speech right across the street at my church. I can hear a speech like that.
But you got emotion, that's some emotion. It evokes some emotion, you know what I'm saying? Well, that is, we are not. Well, we are.
I'm not.
That is not.
I'm not feeling.
Strength and valor. Strength and valor. Upon my sword. Bro, like, you don't feel that? Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro.
The scene.
Come on, bro.
Wait. The scene where Maximus found out that his family got by Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah,
and
so that's
there's no scenes like that emotion in that where you're like, yeah, that. I mean, man, you know, like
his wife dying was close.
In the first scene of the movie?
His wife dying was close.
Why? I don't know the characters.
They did a good job of setting that up quick, though. You barely know the characters in the beginning of the beginning of the movie over there too. What are you talking about?
No, it wasn't. When his wife died, that was in the almost third act of the movie, and
his wife died.
And his son when they got hanged.
First movie.
And when they got hanged, yes.
That's the beginning of the movie.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. What are you talking about?
I just watched it.
What are you talking about? That's the beginning of the movie. Literally, what is it? They win the battle. You know what I'm saying? It's like maybe 10 to 15 minutes more.
He's on the horse. Someone told him that your son and your wife got. He's running up and he sees both of them hung up in their house.
Yes, but
that wasn't in the first part.
After that happens, then he becomes a gladiator. That doesn't happen before he becomes a gladiator. That's way in the beginning of the movie. Why thought he became a gladiator? Because he revolted from not wanting to. Oh, I'm a part of an army. He wanted to go back to his sons. Yeah.
And then they got killed
because he didn't want to go back.
A gladiator.
And he became a gladiator because he got taken into custody. You know what I'm saying?
So mean.
He got taken to get executed. You know what I'm saying? Right? He got away from the executioners.
Yeah.
Then he goes and goes to try to get his his wife and his kid. He sees they got, you know what I'm saying? Then he he's fighting the gladiators.
He's fighting the gladiators to kill Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah. But all that happens after he finds out his wife and his son died. That happens in the beginning of the movie.
Okay,
those deaths are literally like 10 to 15 minutes. Like that death is like his wife and his son dying is like 10 to 15 minutes later than when the guy's wife died.
Okay, still, there's no scenes that were that emotional.
But I think
in
that's
this
close.
movie.
I think that's close. They do a good job of showing how, you know what I'm saying, how much they love each other It's pretty like what is it? It's pretty good to watch. It's pretty nice to watch. Like they're both about to fight. You know what I'm saying? She's probably one of the like rare women who's like nice like that. You know what I'm saying? About to go fight, fire archer, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They're both whooping ass. They think they're good, and then she dies. Like that hits a little bit. Cause what is it? The whole point of that is they both have the same damn near motivation.
As his father does.
Yeah, but that's the whole point of the beginning of that scene. That beginning of
so
the first
thing
movie.
is that if it's the same motivation, it's the same movie.
No.
It's the same movie then.
Bro, that's like saying.
What's the part 2 about this movie?
What do you mean? What do you mean? What's the part 2?
No. What I'm saying is that the script for this movie, like AC said, right? The core of the script is the same exact motivation as the first movie, right? The core of it. His wife dies. He wants to get revenge.
Yeah, but
right?
the difference is the first movie ends with him getting his revenge and he dies. The second movie finishes with him killing some dude to take over Rome. The guy he wanted to kill to get revenge, he ends up coming to his senses and realizing that he's not the real enemy. Then it's like it's completely different how it ends.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And because people was a Pedro Pascal was like, oh wait, man, like I'm not.
You want that's that? You know what I'm saying? That's the same thing. Then completely. Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, you're on our side. You know what I'm saying? All right, I realize that you're not the real enemy. Okay, cool. Pedro Pascal still dies, but he's not the one who kills him. Then it's not like what is it? When Joaquin Phoenix dies in the first one, that's the end of the movie. You know what I'm saying? And he dies as well. First off, he doesn't die. And second of all, like it's a completely different storyline that goes on after Pedro dying. You know what I'm saying? You got so much more.
Okay.
For me,
no.
For me,
this felt like there's a lot of tropes from the first movie.
But you kind of have, first of all, the movie was 20 years ago. So you, like, having a little of that, I don't think is a problem. The shit was 20 years ago.
But the thing is that movie was one of the best movies in the 2000s.
Which means
a lot of people remember it.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is just because you have a little of the things from that first movie, it's a sequel. It's not like it's a reboot and you're trying to make it a little different. It's literally a sequel. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a continuation. Like there's not like the full story is like ended, but at the same time it's continued. You know what I'm saying? Having still the same kind of things in this movie as the first one isn't bad because literally it's like maybe like 20, it's only supposed to like take place of like damn near like what, like 10 to, well like 15 to 20 years later. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause yeah, he said he's like 28 or something. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it was like 20 years later. And that's the whole point where it's like, you know, the movie came out 20 years ago, or like 20-ish years ago, whatever. Like
so,
25, whatever.
What are you going to grade this? What are you going to grade this one? Because obviously we're going to be in different type of...
I mean, I will definitely give this an easy 91.
Oh my god.
Easy 91. Easy 91. Because the first one I give like a 97.
A 99.
It's hard for me to like throw something that but like yeah, I give it like a.
Is this one of your top? Okay, so spoilers. We're going to do a top 5 video of best movies and the worst movies of the year. Is this a contender as your top 5 movies of the year? Of 2024?
I don't know. Maybe, but I don't know. I probably not, but I really enjoyed it. But I wouldn't say this is like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, 91 definitely would be like my score.
Okay.
The first one's a 97, I would say about. But yeah, bro, 91 easy.
I'm gonna give this a 75.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh?
It was not a movie like I said. It was Venom 3. I won't say it was. I'm not gonna be like that. This wasn't a movie where I felt
These are night and day, bro.
No, I know. This wasn't a movie where I've been doing this analogy all day for some reason. But I'm driving down, I paid my parking ticket, I paid for an AMC ticket, I paid for my son, not my son, pause. I paid for popcorn, whatever, for my girlfriend, my friend, whatever. This was a movie that I was like, okay, this is worth it. But it had high shoes to fill, and it just did not really hit. Like,
yeah, but like
it didn't hit what, like, it did not hit with the parts that the other movie, the first Gladiator, hit on. And so I'm gonna give it a 75%.
But are we rating it versus like? Are we comparing it to the first one?
No, I'm just saying in general.
Like
in general.
Standalone?
Okay, fine. Okay.
No,
standalone.
Stay with
Standalone.
Stay with the 75.
If I never seen Gladiator.
No. You have to go off of seeing it before. Obviously, I'm just saying like.
Well, I'm gonna say 75. I'm gonna say 75. Yeah, like for me, it's gonna be 75. Even the movies, like the CGI and the VFX, like that they had in this movie, there was at least 5 movies I can name on top of my head that had better CGI and practical effects and everything more than this movie. I can name you at least 5.
5. All right, name them.
All right, Planet of the Apes had better CGI than this. Dune Part 2 had better CGI than this. Nosferatu had better CGI than this. Oh, okay.
No. We got 2 more.
We got 2 more.
It's quick.
What you got this year? Sonic, no. Sonic, it did not. I would say no. I'm not gonna be like that.
I don't think the VFX were bad at all in this movie.
I'm not saying it was bad, but I'm just saying there was. My thing is that it could have been better. I seen better. I watched better.
Anything can't be better though.
Yes, it can.
I'm saying I don't think anything can't be better.
Can't?
Yeah, like everything can be better.
Exactly. That was just saying. This one could have been better.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it could.
Could Gladiator 1 be better?
Yeah. You know what my favorite movie of all time is, right? The GOAT, Dark Knight. Guess what? That movie could have been better as well.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying like the Gladiator was like perfect, but I'm just saying with the beats that I really loved in the first Gladiator, because this is a sequel, right? The beats did not, and the same director, right? Those same beats did not hit.
Did a great job, man.
It did not hit to me. I'm sorry.
Shout out Ridley Scott, man.
And it did not really.
Shout out Ridley.
Oh, Alien had better CGI than this. Better like fights and everything than this.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a different genres, but I'm just saying I'm just saying like stylistically and like realism looking, like the sharks look like it was.
The sharks is the sharks was taking you. The sharks,
the animals in general.
I kind of get that.
The animals in general, because the thing about it, the first movie, the animals are real. Everything was real.
Yeah.
This movie, none of the animals are real, because they were doing stuff that animals just.
The baboons was crazy.
It was just too much.
The baboons are crazy.
And so. No, I'm gonna have to give it 75, my brother. I'm sorry. It's gonna be a bit.
No need to apologize. It's just agree to disagree.
Agree to disagree, but I think that was probably our biggest disagreement we had on the show so far. To be honest.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's some that like we disagreed on, but we like were a lot closer than we thought.
Yeah.
But this one, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Let us know in the comments your thoughts. If you hated it, you know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm saying, loved it.
I didn't hate it. I was disappointed. That's the word I will use. I say disappointed. I did not hate it. Okay. I was disappointed. But if you were disappointed by the movie, hey, let us know in the comments section. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Who do you side with? Do you not side with any of us? Maybe you're like more like in like the B range. You know? Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, insane. But the sharks that I can kind of get on board with that. Yeah, I like that's a little. It didn't even. Like
you just gotta think about it. Like that's not like it's possible.
Yeah, that
like
was a little.
To transport a shark, like in real life, as hard as heck as it is, to get it from the water to hit a full like bread shark.
Yeah.
How the heck are they gonna do that in Roman numeral times? That makes no sense.
Who knows? Who knows?
Okay, well,
Who knows? But you're right. You're right. That it is bonkers.
Yeah, it's just like it's just too much.
It's not. It's 99. I'm over at my 91. So you know.
I'm gonna give it 75. But hey, guys, thanks for watching. You know, I hope you guys had a great New Year's, a great Christmas. You know, happy birthday to this guy. He's the GOAT. You know, he's my guy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you gonna say something?
Thank you for watching. We're gonna be pumping these out more and more. Episode 11. I hope you enjoyed. We went through Kraven, Sonic 3, and Gladiator 2. Let us know in the comments if you've seen any of the movies and your thoughts on them. If you agree with any of our takes or not. Any movies you want us to review next.
Or shows.
Yeah. We're saying some shows too. Yeah. And like, share, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. MC Pod. Yeah. Thank you for another one, baby.
Awesome.
Big time.
Yeah.